Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is well. TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. And it is a beautiful day here in Willits. It's actually a little warm, almost 90 degrees, according to my weather app. Anyway, just about to start. I guess I'm going to start right now. It's 2:30. Again, welcome to another episode of Nicole's Test Kitchen Craft Edition. I hope you all enjoyed making cards last week. Again, if you made some cards, take some photos and send them in so we can include them in our quarantine anthology. Today's craft is pinwheels. Now, this is a simple craft that I found. Actually just thought of it in my head because we'd made them here before, and then I found a couple of videos which I posted in the description with some step-by-step instructions. So all you need for a simple pinwheel is paper. I have two different sizes here. A connector, and I'm going to be using a push pin or tack or whatever you call it. Some people use sewing needles, the ones with the round head. If you have little nails or anything that you can use to connect to your stick. And I found the easiest are pencils with the eraser top. I've also used, we have dowels, and I'll show you examples of both. Scissors to cut your paper, and glue stick. You can actually do it without the glue, but that's how it depends on how good you are at holding the flaps down. Anyway, so let's get started. So depending on how long your stick is, it's kind of depends on how big you want to make your pinwheel. Now, if you have just construction paper, regular size piece of construction paper, what you want to do is turn it into a square, and I'll show you how to do that. And I learned that from the wonderful children's librarian in Ukiah, Sam White, from one of her videos. I had never seen it done before. But anyway, you just, from one end, do a triangle so that it looks like this. And then you're going to be cutting this top piece off, and that's going to make you a square. So, to show you what that looks like. Cut, 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 cut. So you cut, and then it's your square. Now again, as I mentioned, it depends on how long of a stick you have. So if I were using this dowel, I would probably make the pinwheel with this paper because it wouldn't overwhelm it. But today I'm going to be using a pencil, so I'm going to switch to a smaller square. And this is origami paper, and we bought it as a set of origami paper. But anyway, what we're going to do to make it easier, you could just take your plain square, and if you're good at cutting and eyeing, all you need to do is cut 4 slits at each corner. But to make it a little easier for myself, I folded this paper into 2 triangles. So I folded it one way to make one triangle, and then I opened it up and folded it the other way to make another triangle. So this gives us 4 different triangle spaces. And now also to make it easier, I'm going to, in the center where all the lines connect, I'm going to just draw a dot with my black pen so I know where the center is. So that you could use a pencil, or again, if you're good at eyeing, you could just, cut away. But anyway, what you're going to do is that each corner, you're going to cut toward the middle. Now you don't want to go all the way to the middle. It's about 3/4. Again, it's an eyeing thing. So you want to make them all a little even. So I do about 3/4 of the way. And so I'm going to do that at each corner, hoping to make them, the same. And again, I explained to you last week, but when I'm wearing my glasses, they're really for distance. And so when I'm doing things up close, I usually don't wear my glasses. But since I'm switching back and forth to looking at you, I have to wear my glasses. So that's why I'm holding it really far, and now can't quite see as clearly up close. But do pretty well. So I've cut the 4 corners. They're split. So what you're going to do is you're going to start at one corner, and you're just going to fold it down to the middle, and that's where your glue comes in. Oops, I did 2 papers at once. I can make 2 pinwheels. Okay, I wondered why it was looking a little strange. Anyway, so fold down your first corner, and I'm going to again use glue to hold it down. If you're really good, you could just use your fingertips and hold them all down, but I find myself losing them and them coming undone. So I'm just going to use my glue stick and glue down the corners as I do it. Again, I'm using that center dot to help me glue it to the center. So depending on which corner you start with, you're going to fold down every other corner. So my next corner will be here, and I will glue. Many of you sometimes find using glue sticks a little tricky. Sometimes they work well, and sometimes they like to take the whole paper. So again, folding down every other corner. Hoping it stays. Okay, and then my last corner going in. And the object is trying to get all the corners kind of evenly, but this is Nicole's test kitchen. I never do anything quite evenly. But anyway, here is my pinwheel. You can see. And so the next step of your pinwheel is to add the connector. So again, I'm using a push pin, and you can see I have a clear one that I'm using. You might want to use the ones with the flathead or the tacks, depending on what you have. And so what I'm going to do is using that little dot again, but just poking it through the center and getting it through, and don't poke yourself. Okay, and there we go. So basically, just poking it in the center, and then taking your stick, which is the pencil, and these were left over from our reading program last year. So you stick your pen into the eraser. You just have to stick. Be careful that it doesn't go through all the way to the other side. Parents, you might want to do this for your kids. Oops, and do that. So just be careful that doesn't go all the way in through the other side. And there you have your pinwheel. And you can flip it, and I think I went in a little too far. And you can spin it. And you can test it. 1 second, I'm going to test one. I have a fan that I'm going to turn on over here. Listen to the sound of my voice. Putting it on the low setting. I'm probably going to have to angle my camera. Angle it so you can see the fan. Hopefully don't blow everything away. All right, test of the pinwheel. Kind of have to get it at a good angle. Oh, come on. There we go. And it's such a fun sound. Some things you could do before you make your pinwheel is decorate the paper. I've pre-made some other pinwheels. Here's some with the construction paper, the big pinwheel. Here I've added some dots, glue dots. And I also tried another technique while using a straw. It didn't quite work out, but here it is. So let's try all of them in front of the fan. Again, it depends on what angle to get a good spin. Ooh, the big paper is kind of, let's try the little one again. Ooh, kind of a nice sound. All right, enough playing. Anyway, you may want to add some embellishments to make it more fun. You could, I don't know, maybe try some ribbons at the end. Some really light ribbons, because you don't never know. But these are your simple pinwheels. Again, if you make any of these projects, please take a picture and send it in. Let me just show you some of the other things I've been working on. I've been really watching a lot of videos on making different types of flowers, so let me show you some of my flower attempts. Flowers, lots of different flowers. Flowers, more flowers. Anyway, that's it for me today on Nicole's Test Kitchen Craft Edition. Hope to see you next Wednesday at 11:30 for my STEAM edition. And then again next Friday for another craft. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next week. Some of the things I've been thinking about, making kites, doing origami bookmarks, but we'll see. I'm gonna look at all those craft videos and find out something fun to do. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hope you're in a place that's nice and sunny and warm. If not, cozy up and have a really great weekend. And of course, happy Mother's Day to all of those mothers, caretakers. I've actually was pretty good this year, and I was able to use one of my projects for the craft edition as a Mother's Day present. So using combination of the 3D card and the wind chimes, or the hanging art, I was able to send out my Mother's Day gift early, and so it got there yesterday. So I can't wait. So I had my mom open it up right away. Anyway, again, happy Mother's Day to all of those who celebrate, and not just traditional moms, but anyone who's a caretaker. And have a really great weekend. Bye-bye.